Here's what nobody in the online business world wants to admit. You don't have to grind yourself into the ground to build a real income from home. I know, because I tried the grind and I burnt out completely. I'm Molly Kaiser, and over the last few years, I've built what I like to call a quiet income. A business that generates consistent revenue from digital products and YouTube without sales calls, without a massive team, and without me being chained to my desk. And in this video, I'm gonna walk you through the exact 5-step framework that I use to build it so you can design a business that actually fits your life. So let's get into it. Most people build their business first and try to fit their life around it later. I did the opposite, and it's the only reason I haven't burnt out again. Before I wrote a single script, recorded a single video, or built a single product for Freedom Creator, I sat down and got brutally honest with myself about what I was and wasn't willing to do. I had already burned out once. I'd spent years in my photography and photography education business hustling at full speed. 6-figure revenue, a growing team, constant pressure, and I hit a wall hard. After I closed that business, I spent several years in therapy, healing my nervous system and learning to operate from an abundance instead of fear and scarcity. And when I came back to build this business, I was determined to do it differently. So I got clear on my non-negotiables. For me, that list looked like this: no alarm clocks, daily walks and hikes with my dog Franklin, my health and my life come first. My business supports my life, not the other way around. And here's the thing, you might have a totally different list. Maybe it's being home for school pickup, maybe it's not working Fridays, maybe it's no sales calls ever. That's the whole point. There is no right answer here. The answer is whatever your answer is. The framework I use is called lifestyle first design. You decide the life first, then you decide the business to fit inside of it. This sounds obvious, but I promise you that most online advice teaches the exact opposite. When you start with your non-negotiables, every business decision becomes easier. You stop chasing every shiny object because you have a filter. Does this fit the life I'm building? If not, it's a no. And yes, this is absolutely possible. I'm proof of it. I'm building a multiple 6-figure online business from New Mexico with no alarm clocks and daily hikes. It can be done. And if you want to get to 10K months creating and selling your own digital products with YouTube, definitely check out Freedom Creator Club. It's my program that shows you step by step how to create digital products that people actually want to buy and grow a following on YouTube to sell them to. Right now, it's just $99 a month, but we raise the price often, so be sure to check it out. The link is in the description below this video. Every business needs traffic, but not every traffic source is built the same. And the one you choose will either chain you to your phone or set you free. In my past businesses, I've done Instagram, Facebook, paid ads, TikTok, you name it, I've tried it. And while some of it worked, none of it felt sustainable for the lifestyle that I was trying to build. So when I started Freedom Creator, I chose YouTube, and that single decision changed everything. Here's why YouTube specifically fit the quiet income model that I was building. Number 1, YouTube content compounds. A video you make today can bring in leads 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now. You are not on a content treadmill where the moment you stop posting, your traffic dies. Number 2, you can batch. I record all my videos in advance, I schedule them out, and then go live my life. I'm not documenting my every meal or my morning routine. I'm teaching one video at a time and then stepping away. Number 3, YouTube turns you into an educator, not an influencer. I don't want to build a personal brand around my lifestyle. I want to solve problems for people and get paid for it. YouTube is the perfect platform for that. And the funnel is beautifully simple. YouTube video, freebie, email list, checkout page. That's it. Say it with me: YouTube, freebie, email list, checkout page. That loop is how I generate income week after week without chasing anyone. Inside Freedom Creator Club, this is exactly what I teach: how to set up this entire system from scratch, even if you're starting from zero. Members like my student Nancy followed the plan, set up her welcome sequence, and got her first 5 paid members. That's the power of a simple system done right. The traffic source you choose is a lifestyle decision as much as a business decision. YouTube gave me the ability to create content on my schedule, batch in advance, and step away knowing the system keeps working. If you've been spinning your wheels on social media wondering why it's not converting, it might not be your content. it might be your platform. YouTube is the one that I would choose every single time. The product you choose to sell isn't just a revenue decision, it's a freedom decision. And I learned this the hard way. In my last business during the last few years, we sold high ticket offers. We're talking products in the thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. And let me tell you, when someone pays you $10,000 or $20,000 for your program, they're going to expect double in value in return. That meant I needed a sales team, a manager for the sales team, a huge support infrastructure, and I had to be on constantly for my highest paying students. It was the opposite of quiet income. It was high ticket, high anxiety. So for Freedom Creator, I made a completely different choice. I went with a mid-ticket membership model, my Freedom Creator Club, and it's been the best business decision that I've ever made. Here's why the membership model is perfect for quiet income. It sells on autopilot from YouTube. People find my videos, they opt into a freebie, they get nurtured by email, and they join the club. I'm not on a sales call. I'm not convincing anyone. The content does the selling. It generates recurring revenue. Instead of chasing new sales every single month to hit my numbers, I have a base of members who renew. That consistency is everything when you're building a lifestyle business. And it's scalable without adding complexity. I can check in daily, host a couple calls a month, and genuinely show up for my members without it consuming my entire life. Simple scales, complex fails. That is my core belief, and the membership model is proof of it. You don't need a high ticket offer to build real income. You don't need sales calls or a massive team. What you need is the right product for the right audience delivered through the right system. When you get that alignment, income becomes quiet. And if a membership isn't your thing, that's okay too. There are ebooks, workshops, mini courses, and more. The key is picking a model that doesn't require you to be present every single sale. Everyone talks about scaling, but here's the question nobody's asking. Scale to what? Because if you're scaling towards burnout, that's not a win. That's just a different kind of trap. When I started Freedom Creator, I made a very intentional decision about team size. I wanted a small, talented team, not a corporate org chart. And I wanted to keep it that way by design. My team right now is lean and incredibly capable. It's just me, my director of operations, my head of member success, and our tech person. That's it. We're about to bring on a head of content, and that will complete the team. No big meetings, no layers of management, no bureaucracy, just a small group of talented people who make the machine run smoothly. So I can show up for my members and live my life. But here's something important. You do not need a team to do this. I know plenty of business owners who've grown digital product businesses to multiple millions completely solo. The solopreneur model absolutely works. My philosophy is just keep it simple either way. So whether you're building solo or with a team, the principle is the same. Only add what actually increases your freedom. If hiring someone adds complexity, stress, and chaos, that's not the right hire. If it buys you back time and mental space, that's the right move. Inside Freedom Creator Club, I talk about this a lot. How to make business decisions that protect your energy and your lifestyle, not just your revenue. That's exactly the kind of community that we have inside Freedom Creator Club. Building small on purpose isn't settling, it's strategy. The freedom business isn't about having the biggest team or the biggest operation. It's about having the right structure to support the life that you actually want. One of my students, Lacey, launched her membership and had 65 paid members in the first 24 hours as a solo operator, no team required. When your system is right, you don't need an army. Building quiet income is one thing. Keeping it quiet, that's the part most people forget to plan for. Here's a trap I see a lot of online business owners fall into. They build the quiet, simple business that they wanted, and then they immediately start making it bigger, more complex, and more demanding, because we've been conditioned to believe that more is always better. I spent years in therapy unlearning that, and I want to save you some of that time and money. One of the biggest mindset shifts I had to make was giving myself permission to have a life that wasn't monetized. I can go on a hike and not turn it into content. I can read a book and not extract a YouTube lesson from it. I can have hobbies and just exist for joy. Not for growth, not for brand, not for revenue. In America especially, we live in a culture that equates worth with productivity. And I think that's a lie that we've been sold, especially to women who are already doing 3 times the work for a fraction of the credit. Building a quiet online income is exactly an act of resistance. You are saying, I refuse to let hustle culture define my worth. I'm building wealth on my own terms, and that wealth gives me options to leave what doesn't serve me, to show up fully where it does, and to live the actual life I want. So protect it. Protect your mornings, protect your weekends, protect the boundaries you set in step 1, because the whole point of building a freedom business is the freedom. You deserve a business that works for your life, not a life that barely survives your business. And that's not a dream. That's a choice that you can make right now with the right system. So here's the truth. You do not have to grind to build something real. When I started Freedom Creator, I made a promise to myself that this business would support my life, not consume it. And I kept that promise. No alarm clocks, daily hikes with my dog, a team I love, a membership community full of people building the same kind of quiet, consistent income that I've built. You can do this. The framework is simple. Get clear on your non-negotiables, choose YouTube as your traffic source, build a product that sells on autopilot, and keep your operation lean. That's it. Remember, simple scales, complex fails. And quiet income, it's absolutely possible if you're willing to build it with intention. And if you want to get to 10K months creating and selling your own digital products with YouTube, definitely check out Freedom Creator Club. It's my program that shows you step by step how to create digital products people actually want to buy and grow a following on YouTube to sell them to. Right now, it's just $99 a month, but we raise the price often, so be sure to check it out. The link is in the description below this video. And now that you know how to build quiet, online income without burning out, you might be wondering, what's the best digital product to actually start with? Well, I just did a full video on how selling ebooks with Claude AI completely changed my business and why you should not sell on Amazon. And when you pair what you just learned with what's in this video, it's going to be way more powerful. See you in the next video.